Hi guys, so this is Jackie from techjackie.com and welcome you to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure to press the subscribe button down below so whenever I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified. For today's video, I know many of you have been waiting for it for a while now, and that is the third part to my YouTube series in which I'm going to be demonstrating you exactly how I'm going to rank one of my clients' brand new website, taking it all the way from zero or scratch to the first page of Google, right, for his desired keyword. So if you haven't watched the first and the second part yet, make sure to check them out in the comment section down below, right? I'll leave the link there. So make sure to watch them out first before you watch this video, right? But before I go ahead and jump right to my computer screen to show you exactly what we have done so far in the progress, let me kind of make two important announcements first, right? First announcement is that I've just recently created a new private SEO group on Facebook where you can join it for free, right? You can join there and I'll be answering each and every one of your questions about SEO. You can also post your achievements there or discuss among other people in the group, right? So it's a free group there. It's a private group. You can join it for free. The group name here is We Love SEO, right? You can go on Facebook and search for it. I'll also leave the link in the description so you can quickly join the group as well. Make sure you join it, right? I really encourage you to join it so you can discuss anything, ask me anything about SEO there, right? And the second important announcement is that from next week onwards, I'll be releasing a new type of videos once in a week. That is, I'm going to be doing an SEO audit for any one of your websites, right? I'll be picking the website URL randomly from the comment section down below. So make sure you leave your website URL in the comment section down below. So I'll be picking it up randomly and do an SEO audit for you, right? Once in every week. So in this SEO audit, I'll be going through your websites and highlighting out any potential problems that could be hindering your website from ranking well, as well as giving you some suggestions on how you can improve it, right? Make sure you don't miss this out as well, right? It's a great opportunity for you to get a free SEO audit here done by me, right? So make sure you do that as well. And without further ado, let's jump right to my computer screen and I'll show you the progress and what we've done so far for this third part of the series. All right, so we're recording. Okay. So guys, for today's, all right, for the third part, here I've broken down into three, simple part, right? So the first part is the continue content creations and the signals generation, right? So it's kind of like a continuation part from the previous part, right? Where I show we started creating a bunch of content there for the website, right? Here's just a continuation from the previous part. And also the second part here, I'll be showing you the Search Console and Google Analytics progress, right? So we have started generating a couple of traffic now to the website, right? So I'll be showing you that as well. And third part is the Google My Business verifications, right? Like from the second part, I told you that we were in the progress of waiting for the Google My Business to arrive, and it already arrived, right? But there are also a couple of issues that that I really would like to highlight out, right? Which is kind of like a new issues as well for me. So make sure you stick it till the end as well, right? The issue is pretty almost like is it a big issue or not? Maybe not that big, but I'll show you what it is, right? So definitely you're gonna learn a lot from this video as well, right? So let's jump right to the first part. Here is the continue content creations and the signals generations. So as I mentioned in the previous part that we were on the process of generating the social signals, right, for the website. So as I told you, I ordered a 200 social signals from SEO Butler, right, where they will it's all about 10 to 15 days where they will distribute the website URL, right, and ask people to actually share our links on different platforms, right? So they handle three platforms, that is Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, right? So let me show you that first, how many signals we generated from this order, right? So here's the order here from SEO Butler, right? So this is my account. So this is the social signals for this particular client. So let me just show you this as well. So here I gave them the URL here, and the signals I ordered was 200 signals. So as you can see here, the signals at start, right, we literally has no social signals. After the order was completed, we had 76 signals or tweets, right, on Twitter, 123 Facebook shares, right, and 57 Pinterest posts pins there. So they have generated a little bit well over 200 signals, and that's good, right? I've already checked this manually, so we already have like all these social signals generated for us. So this kind of signal to Google that our website is constantly doing promotion there, right? It's kind of like mimicking that our business is actually a real business there, right? That is in a constant active of promoting our business. So this will improve our website trust as well, right? I already talked about how social signal is an important ranking factor in the previous video, so make sure to watch that out again, right? But just so you know that whenever you're starting out your website, right, or even if you have already started, even if your website is already established, social signal is still a very important or crucial thing that you really need to keep in mind, right? So this is like you can also use this SEO butler service, right? This will kind of speed up like the process for you. Or if you already have like an established social profiles, you can also utilize like Facebook ads or Twitter ads as well to really ramp that as well. Make sure you have kind of like a social signals there, right? Beside the social signals, we also started creating like more blog posts, right? Like in the previous videos I showed you that we already created 2 blog posts. Now let me show you more, right? That we have already also started creating more articles, right? In the previous videos, right, I think I'll show you these 2 articles. So in like we also went ahead and created 2 more articles here. As you can see here, like 5 tips to choose a cleaning computer in Melbourne, as well as benefits of hiring a canopy cleaning services in Melbourne, right? So these 2 articles will kind of is like a local content here, right? So we're actually showing to Google that we're actually an actual business, right, in Melbourne there. That's why we create local content here, and I highlight how important creating local content is to local SEO, right? In fact, this is not a full local SEO if you already know by now. It's like a hybrid of national and local SEO. But since we want to rank in Melbourne first, right, in the first location, we have to have a couple of contents related to Melbourne, right? This is called as locality relevancy, which I talk about a lot in my local SEO videos. I'll also leave the link in the description today as well, right? So you can check them out again if you haven't done it yet, right? And the purpose of creating local content here, like if we want to rank in Melbourne, we have to create a couple of content related to Melbourne. Is that when Google looks at our website, when it looks at our content, it knows that, oh, okay, this website talks a lot about Melbourne, so it means that they're actually doing a real business in Melbourne, right? So this is like a easy analogy that you can keep in mind. Plus, like for this article, it's not just about Melbourne, but it's also about canopy cleaning, right? So this will also helps us rank for the keyword canopy cleaning as well, right? If you already watched the first and the second part, you should know that we want to rank for 3 services, right? 3 main services in each location. That is canopy cleaning, end of lease cleaning, and office cleaning, right? These 3 we want to target first Melbourne. So if we want to rank canopy cleaning in Melbourne, right, we need to have a couple of content which are related to this content in this to this keyword, right? This is called as topical relevancy, which again I talk a lot about on my channel. I'll also leave one of the links in the description so you can check them out as well, right? It's basically mean creating like a supporting content or creating like a content which kind of revolves around the keyword that you want to rank for, right? So this kind of builds up the content authority around the topics there. So this is like very important as well, and that's why we focus on creating like a local content, and as well as the content which are related to the industry here, right? So this is a cleaning website. That's why we have to create a couple of content related to cleaning website, cleaning service, right? So this is a little bit of the content side production here that we've done so far with the website here, right? And that's pretty much it, right? And besides that, the signal generation from social signals, our citations also started getting indexed, right? So if I go to Google and let's say I search for BN cleaning Melbourne, right, you'll see that as you can see here, this is our Google My Business already set up. I'll come back to this in the last section of the videos. But as you can see, right, We have like, this is the citations, right? Through local.com.au. Yelp also is there, publicinfrastructure.com.au. As you can see here, words of mouth, right? Like our citations started getting, indexed now. And if you search for our brand name, we kind of have many pages, right? Many websites like indexing about our website here, about the website here. So this kind of create like a signals, right, around our business here. So this is like very important, right, for local SEO as well as national SEO, is that you have to create like many signals, right? Let's say social signals, citation signals, like different outside signals that will really kind of signal to Google that you're a real legit business, right? And that's why we have to have like different, we have to be on different places out there on the internet to kind of shout out to Google and say that, hey Google, right, we are a real business here, please look at us, right, please trust us as well, something like that. So this is kind of like an analogy that you can keep in mind, right? And that's pretty much it for the first part here, right? The second part, let's come to the progress, like how much we've done so far, like what is our achievement so far when it comes to the traffic and the rankings, right? So first, let me go to the search console here. As you can see, this is our client search console dashboard. As you can see here, right, we started getting a couple of web search clicks as well. So let me kind of zoom this in, right? As you can see here, we start getting some initial traffic as well. And if we click on open report here, you'll see that our impressions start going up, right? As you can see, we started ranking for more and more keywords, right? Also as our clicks also start improving. And average position, as you can see, it's pretty normal, right? When your impressions start going up, your position will start dropping down, right? Because if you start ranking for more keywords, obviously, let's say some of the keywords will be like in the 200th positions, that will kind of bring your overall average position down, right? But if I toggle off, as you can see here, our average position is kind of like going up and up, right? Steadily going up. And the impressions also start climbing up as well, as you can see here. So this is a good sign, right? Like the website starts ranking pretty well. And if we compare, if we compare the last 7 days to the previous 7 days, you can, let me toggle on the positions, right? So you can see here. So as you can see, right, we started ranking for many more keywords. So let me kind of open up. As you can see, like I'll show you a couple of jumps, right? Like big jumps. Like for this keyword, right, commercial extraction canopy cleaning Brisbane, like from 77 in the previous 7 days to the last 7 days, like to 48.8. As you can see, 28.2 position jumps, right? So we have improved in the positions. Here also big improvement, as you can see, minus 25.3, right? Minus 24.6. So a big improvement, like from 99 in the previous 7 days to 74.4 in the last 7 days, right? Like for your information, we haven't done any link building yet so far, right? We'll start this in the second month, right? We'll start with a slow link building the second month. So then tomorrow will be the first month, right, for this campaign. So tomorrow I'll discuss with the clients, right, for the potential next month solutions. I'll also be showing them showing him the results as well, right? So tomorrow I'll meet up with the clients, right? So we'll have like a small meeting in the morning so I can finish this off. As you can see, like we have a couple of big jumps, right? Like many improvement in the rankings, as you can see, right? Big improvement here as well. So overall, the trend is growing, right? The website is growing, and it is in a very good, in a very expected manner, right? So like in the previous 7 days we had 2 clicks, in the last 7 days we had 11 clicks, right? So it's a steady improvement, and I think we're doing pretty well there. This is just the traffic coming from Google, right? This is a Google search console. How about traffic coming from other sources, social media, right? We also started getting traffic from social media as well, from citation as well, right? We also got like a couple of traffic from Yelp as well. So that this is our Google Analytics dashboard, right? So as you can see here, like one active user right now is is me only, right? Because I'm here, so don't worry much about that. And this is our traffic, right? As you can see here, like on Friday we had like 1 organic search, right, and 3 socials. And then, let's say on Sunday 16th of February, we have like 3 organic search and 2 socials. We also have like, 1 social, 1 referral, 2 organics, right? As you can see here, the last 7 days. How about the last 90 days? You see that we right now we kind of have a lot of direct traffic there, and you don't have to worry much about that, because that's that's me, right, going to the website to modify the content, to add more content. So you see that we have more direct traffic at the moment, and that's because it's me and my team, right, going to the website and modifying the content and the stuff there. But just leave the direct traffic alone and only focus on the referral traffic, right, traffic coming from different source. So let me kind of show you the different sources that we got the traffic, right? So we also got like from a couple of citations, right? Let's say, as you can see, let me kind of expand this a little bit. Like from the 1st of February, you can see you can leave the direct traffic, right? We already have 23 organic search, right, from Google, like from different search engines, 20 social signals, right, and 1 referral. So from social, we got like from Facebook mostly, Facebook, right, from YouTube must be from one of your guys, right, checking the website, from Yelp as well, right, as you can see, Facebook mostly here. So pretty good, right? The traffic is growing very steadily and in a very good shape here. And so far nothing like fancy here. We so far only like 1 keyword, right? We have reached the first page ranking. So let me search that, like canopy cleaning Brisbane, right? So for this keyword we already reached the first page ranking here. Maybe it dropped to the second page, I think, today. Yeah, as you can see here, it is on the second page top spot here, right? Besides, we also have a couple of keywords on the second page already. It will take a little bit of time to actually reach the first page, but so far so good, right? The traffic is going pretty well, the trend is going pretty well. And that's all for the second part here. The third part is the Google My Business verifications and issues, right? This is an interesting one. So if you remember from my second part, I said that I requested for the lost postcard, right, because it was well over like almost 20 days, right, that we waited for the Google My Business postcard to arrive, but it didn't arrive. So I requested for lost postcard, and besides that, I also contacted the Google My Business team on Twitter, right? So let me show you that as well. As you can see here, I messaged them on Google My Business, right? Like, hi there, Google My Business team, it's been a while, right? As you can see, I also mentioned the business name. And after like 3 days, right? After 3 days, they respond back and they say, thank you for reaching out. Before we get started, could you please send us your business dashboard URL, right? So they asked us to send the dashboard, the URL, the URL where we log into our Google My Business, right? So they asked us to do that. So the guy name here is Max, right? So I send it up here. Another, like, I think after I messaged them like about 2 days, the postcard verification came, right? So we got verified there. But then this guy, after like 3 or 4 days after I sent him this dashboard link, he messaged back and then he says, it looks like your listing is currently published to the map, right? So it was in the same time, right? So basically they didn't actually verify it, like they were in the process maybe doing it, but at the same time the postcard arrived and we verified it. And then he also highlighted, which is something very interesting here. Before I go ahead to the issue here, let me first show you the Google My Business listing here, right? So we have to search for BN Cleaning Melbourne, and then here's our Google My Business, right? As you can see here, we highlighted our opening closing hours, we fill up our phone numbers, we also put up the appointments links here, we also filled up our description here, right? So with regards to optimizing for Google My Business, the client is actually, we're not going to focus on Google My Business in particular, and the reason is because we you see, like, we want to rank for different terms, right? Like we want to rank for let's say canopy cleaning Melbourne, right? And of lease cleaning Melbourne, and office cleaning, right, Melbourne. So we want to rank for all these three services, right? Which is impossible for the Google My Business to really rank for all these three services in one Google My Business, right? Or even if we have multiple Google My Business, that won't help us, right? In fact, we could face with the Google My Business policy violation as well, right? If we create like duplicate Google My Business listings. So this is not possible for us to rank, right, for all these three for Google My Business, because if I do a search for, let's say, canopy cleaning Melbourne, you see that uh there will be like a bunch of listings, right, that is already like ranking for this, right? Like let me do like end of list cleaning Melbourne, right? You see that there'll be sorry, you see that there'll be a bunch of businesses already ranking for this, and these are businesses that are specifically doing end of list cleaning, right? So these are end of list cleaning businesses there. If we do things like office cleaning Melbourne, there also will be a specific business ranking for this in the Google My Business already, right? But in our case, we want to rank for all three, right, in one Google My Business, which is not possible because Google My Business will only rank for anything specific, right? So but the reason we claim our Google My Business is to increase trust, right? Is to increase trust on Google. Like, so when Google looks at our website, it can see that we have Google My Business properties as well. It can see that we have citations, right? So this will help us rank higher in the for the website, right? Not the Google My Business, for the website, in the locations, right? So, and that's the reason why we claim our Google My Business. It's not to rank in the Google My Business, but to increase the trust signal there, right? So let me clarify this first. So it is not impossible to rank for these three keywords, right? Because Google My Business can only like handle one type of service at a time. So that's the reason why we claim it. And let me show you the Google My Business dashboard as well. So this is our Google My Business dashboard, right? Like what we've done so far, let me show you that. We fill up our opening closing hours. We also fill up our phone numbers, right? The appointment link, the website link, and we also added the service, right? The descriptions. We also fill up, like, add a little bit of keywords there, right? Like a typical, like, just highlight what we do and stuff there. Besides, we also post a couple of photos, right? As you can see here, we posted a couple of photos. So these photos are in location tag, right? So if you don't know how to really optimize your Google My Business, I'll leave the link in the description below so you can watch that video again, right? I made a video on this clearly on how exactly to optimize your Google My Business. Make sure you watch that video as well. So basically, like just a typical normal Google My Business stuff, right? Nothing fancy here. Nothing extra here, right? So you may think like it doesn't look, everything looks natural, like no issues there, but here's an interesting thing. So let me come back to this message, right, by this dude Max, Google My Business team, where he says that, however, we notice a potential policy violations for your listings, right? Could you clarify how this business operates? Do customers visit storefront? Do you go and see customers face to face in the service area, or is business conducted solely online, right? Then he say further that, if this is a storefront, could you please send us pictures of the storefront with visible Cengage or logo? Please respond whenever you are able, right? So at this point, right, when I received this message, I was like, whoa, what did we do wrong, right? Like the business was legitimate, like it was verified correctly, right? Like we didn't do any shady stuff. It was a real business, right? We have a photos there of our team cleaning there, right? We have everything like correctly set up there. But what could be the potential policy violation here? So I responded back to Max, say that then I said, like, regarding how our business operates, I said that the client visits the customer face to face after the customer books the cleaning service online from the website. And then I also say, like, the customer can also book the cleaning service via phone call, and the picture uploaded in the listing are his cleaning team, right, performing the cleanings. I also said, a client also have cleaning office where his customers can come and book direct service as well. So like before I actually like, I before I actually respond to this, I went to the Google My Business, a page here, right? So this is a page there. Right, so I went and read, right, like service area. If we are doing a service area, what could be the potential problem that we could, violate the policies there, right? So there's an interesting thing here which says that, let me zoom this in for you. It says that the service area feature is designed for businesses who visit or deliver to local customers. For example, it can be used by a business that visits or delivers to customers but doesn't serve customers at its business address, right? That is a plumber cleaning service. And then also another case is that a business that serves customers at its business address but also visits or delivers to customers. That is a restaurant that is also deliver good, right? And then, here's an interesting thing. This is the important thing that that you need to keep in mind. So I came across it and said, if you don't serve customer at your business address, you have to leave the address field blank, right, and only enter your service area. So initially I fill up the address location here, right? So let me show you this. Like when actually you claim for Google My Business, right, they ask you to they ask you for the location, right? So initially I fill up the client office address here, right, as you can see here. But then after I read the service, the term of the policies, I removed the business address here, right? Because I realized that maybe I might violate this policy, right? And then it also says another thing here. If you serve customers at your business address but also have a service area, enter both your address and service area. So the thing here is, my client, he doesn't have like a proper office, right? So what did I do after I send the Google My Business team the client office here, as you can see. But to be honest, this doesn't look like quite like a legit business office, or really like a business place, right, like a physical address there. So I send them here, and I don't know if they will consider it or not, but if they don't consider it, then at least I'm safe here. Because if I don't fix this, I'll get my my client Google My Business listing could get suspended, right? And this could come under what we call as like suspending due to quality issues, right? So let me go to Google and search for this. Google My Business suspended due to quality issues, right? And this is a very big problem which happens all the time, and mainly it happens to service-based business, right, where they actually get Google My Business suspended because they list out their location here, right? If they don't have office, right? Let's say if you're doing like a plumbing service, and if customers don't have to visit your place at the store, right, at the office, you shouldn't list your address here, right, like the exact address here. You shouldn't leave it. In fact, you should completely remove it and only list it in the service area here, right? This, to be honest, this is a new thing for me. I haven't really seen this before, because in my previous client, right, he runs a computer repair service. He listed his business normally there, right, and there's nothing happened. And the reason is probably because I contacted this dude Max, right, and that's why like he actually started investigating into this, right? So it kind of like raised the flag to him, right? But anyway, I don't think there's any problem here. So I'm waiting for Max to really respond back, and and actually tell me if this is a legit office or not, right? Which I think maybe not sure. Let's wait and see. But make sure that if you're a service based business, and if you don't have proper office, right, because according to Google My Business, they clearly state that only the legit business which have the proper physical address, right, can claim the business here. But if you're service based business, make sure that you shouldn't list your address here in the location here, right? And this is a very important. This is called as Google My Business suspended due to quality issues. It happens a lot, right? As you can see here, the image here clearly shows this location has been suspended due to quality issues, right? And then they won't normally disclose the reason why they suspend you, right? They'll just simply suspend you like that, and there won't be any reasons clarified. So make sure you keep this in mind, right? It's very important. I also just learned this, right? Because to be honest, I've never really read Google My Business policy guideline before. So, and they don't normally check on this, right? Unless, like they are informed to, right? Or if they do it randomly there. So what I did after I received the message, I went ahead and read the policy guidelines, right? And I removed my address here just in case, if the photos that I sent doesn't, up to their standard, then at least I'll be safe, right? At least my listings won't get suspended. So hope the video is clear now, right? And hope you actually take these issues, like don't forget like to really look into your business again, the listings again, right? And also one more thing here, the reason why Max asks for this office what do you say, office photos, is that they actually want to verify, right? So let's say if Max looks at this photo and then Max sees that, oh, okay, this is a real legit business, what will happen here is they'll have some kind of like a system on their site, right, where they'll check, okay, this is a real business. So if this really passes Max policy or the Google My Business standard, what will happen is that our business will get raised, right? Now we will be 100% verified as real legit business, and this will kind of help us rank better in the Google My Business, right? So make sure that you upload your office space, right, or your storefront to Google My Business, right? There's a section here, you can easily go to the photos and go to the section where it says like I think it would be like there will be like sometimes like maybe because I turn off this the location, that's why it's gone, but there will be like an exterior, interior, right, at work, all these photos. So make sure you upload that into the interior, right, into the interior category here of your office location, of your office photos, right? And this will definitely help you rank higher in the Google My Business. Keep that in mind. This is what I also learned as well, right? Because it's their policy to really verify if this business has real address or locations or not, right? And that's why Max or Google My Business team needs this. And that's all for it, right? I hope you enjoy this video and hope you learn a lot from this video as well, right? And if you have any more questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you want me to make any topics with regards to SEO, make sure you comment it down in the comment section down below as well. And that's all for it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next part.